Greetings, people of the future. On this day of your year, we decided to open up the vault and dig out another time capsule from the raw and puckered annals of our Cinema Insomnia history. We now present to you, for educational purposes only, a classic episode from our library, reconstructed with the best elements known to TV science. Enjoy.
You are under my power. Look into the hypnotic eye. Time now to enter Mr. Lobo's domain. Look out! Open your mind to the possibility that they're not bad movies, just misunderstood. You're not dreaming. You're watching Cinema Insomnia.
Tonight's feature, produced in cooperation with your local police department, depicts the seamy, sweaty underarms of the underworld, and is proof, once and for all, that crime does not pay. I'm Mr. Lobo. Cartoon is an Italian word meaning large paper. Dick Tracy is an American newspaper cartoon about a larger-than-life, shovel-jawed, plainclothes detective plugging the hot lead of justice into the highly stylized faces of a rogues gallery of ridiculous gangsters like Prune Face, Flat Top, The Brow, The Blank, Snoop Dogg, Professor, Millionaire, his wife, and the rest. Anyway, when the time came to make this beloved comic strip into a series of B-movies, all of the studio's good makeup artists were busy on the A-schedule movies. The result was a series of lackluster titles like Dick Tracy Meets Fat Guy, Dick Tracy versus Squinty, Dick Tracy Meets Lip Gloss, and the disappointing Dick Tracy versus the Receding Hairline. When this last picture was put into production, the studio still had veteran character actor Boris Karloff under contract, but only for about 6 more hours. Now, this wasn't enough time to transform Boris with prosthetics and makeup like he wore in Frankenstein into a suitable, over-the-top Dick Tracy villain, but it was enough time to put some eyeliner on him, jack up his hair, and walk him through tonight's picture, Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome.
Melody to come here. But get moving.
Somebody wants to see you, Melody. So tell him to look. Yeah, well, you'd better look. Standing right over there.
Gruesome, I'm so glad to see you. When'd you get out?
Relax, kid, relax. Rode the rods all night to get here.
Oh, swell. Did you break out?
Good behavior. Where can we talk?
Outside, come on.
Hey, you, where you going?
Outside, this is my pal.
You're on the ivory.
Yeah, I know. I'll be back. Maybe.
Be back in 10 minutes or you're out of business.
With you in town, that piano job don't mean nothing.
You have anything in mind?
Yeah, something really big.
Where is it?
It ain't far. Only the big boy ain't okayed me yet.
He'll okay me.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Sounds like an interesting setup.
With you in on it, it's worth $1 million.
Big stuff grows in strange places, eh, Melody?
Here it grows out of test tubes. What do you want, Melody? I want to see the doctor. I got the right guy to handle that job for her. What is your friend's name? Gruesome. Isn't he? Come in. Our employer is in the midst of an experiment. Your friend will have to wait.
Go back and finish your job.
I don't need that job now.
Go anyhow. I'll handle the doctor.
Okay, I'll see you tonight, huh? Boy, am I glad you're in town. Make yourself comfortable, but please don't touch anything.
No? Why?
It isn't advisable.
Tonight's feature has already put its star, Boris Karloff, to sleep. What chance do the rest of us have? We're going to need to get some caffeine into him if he's going to make it through the rest of tonight's Cinema Insomnia feature, Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome. Would you mind running out to the Hangman's Knot and picking up a couple of low-fat white chocolate mocha frappuccinos in a dirty test tube? And feel free to get something for yourself. You have about 2 minutes.
They go in here, see? That's not all. It shoots water, too. Water? Shoots about 30 feet. Single shots are rapid fire. You can fire about 30 times before reloading. Yeah, but Tommy, see, here's where you put the water in. See that target over there? Hey, Tommy, let me tell you. First gun ever that shoots caps and water, too. Or if you want, it shoots just caps or just water. I know. You know. I got one yesterday. why didn't you tell me? What? And ruin the commercial?
Get Mattel's new Dick Tracy Power Jet gun, complete with target wherever toys are sold.
You can tell it's Mattel. It's where?
Dick Tracy calling hypocalorie. Calling hypocalorie.
Go ahead, Tracy.
Now listen carefully, Heap. We've just received information that Cheater Gunsmoke is back in town. This usually means trouble. Find out what he's up to and stop him.
Okay, Tracy, I'll see what I can come up with.
Good. 6-2 and even. Over and out.
Dee-da-da-da-da. So far, so good. Now to keep Gunsmoke from giving me the slip. Oops!
Hello? Hello? I think you're in a bad cell. I can't hear you. I'm gonna switch to my landline, okay? Hold on. All right, go ahead. It's much better. No, Madonna is not in this film. I don't care what the TV guide said, it's wrong. Warren Beatty is not Dick Tracy. It's Ralph Byrd. Ralph Byrd. Hello? Hello? I think I've lost you again. Should have mentioned Boris Karloff. Even unconscious, he's the most interesting person in tonight's film. And now back to the soft-boiled tale of violence on the mean streets of a Burbank backlot. Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome.
Come on, Mac, up. Oh, come on, get up over there. What's the trouble, Carney? Oh, just another drunk. This is the 5th time I've called the wagon tonight. I'm on my way down to headquarters to pick up Dick Tracy. Can I take him along for you? Now, that I'd appreciate, Pat. Well, where is he? He's lying in the doorway of that joint back there.
That's funny, Pat. Not enough alcohol to have killed him. Yet no pulse and no heartbeat.
So what did the big lug die of? A broken heart?
I don't know, but Doc Ross can tell you tomorrow after the autopsy. I've been in this racket a long time, but I've never seen anything like this before. You say he was limp when you picked him up 10 minutes ago?
Limp as a playboy's alibi. 10 minutes later, he's like this.
Then it wasn't time for rigor mortis to set in.
No time at all. Want to take a guess at what's eating him?
Yes, I could guess, but it wouldn't mean anything. Except I think it's a case for homicide.
Careful of your language, Frankie. He died in my car.
But he didn't get whatever's wrong with him in your car.
Right. So a corpse coming out of Hangman's knot's got to be murder, huh?
Probably. You say you found this on him?
Loaded for bear. And his suit had the feel of a big house hand-me-down.
That's sharp observing.
Ain't it?
Why don't you have Tracy take a look at him?
I think I will. But if he has the answer to a drunk turning to stone, I give up. Happened not once, but several times. Hi, Sarge.
I wouldn't go in there now, Pat, if I was you.
You mean I shouldn't go in?
Nobody. Dick's got a VIP in there.
VIP? Zip?
A very important personage.
In that case, I'll knock. Excuse me, Dick, but I think I just brought in a homicide. Anyway, he's a mighty funny stiff.
Funny? I'll be right with you.
Come over to the morgue, huh?
Right. I'm sorry, Dr. Tomic. Go on.
For instance, when I'd arrive home at night, I'd find figures lurking in the shadows near my house.
Why didn't you report this sooner?
I hoped that my wife and I were wrong. That these people weren't really stalking me at all.
What makes you so sure they were?
And 2 attempts were made within a week to run me down by car.
We have a lot of reckless drivers in this town, Doctor.
Yes, I know, but
Why do you think someone wanted to kill you?
I don't know. I've no idea. Of course, like many scientists, I'm working on new and rare formulae at the university all the time.
Very little we can do for you, Doctor, but offer you police protection.
I dislike troubling you, but I am worried.
Well, Chief, this isn't a case for me, so if you don't
Run
mind...
along, Dick. We'll take care of the doctor.
I'm sorry I can't stay, but my assistant has a slight case of homicide on his hands. Good luck.
Now, see here, Doctor. Let's review the facts.
Boy, you can't get anything past Dick Tracy's sidekick, Pat Patterson, considering an alternate title for tonight's film is literally Dick Tracy Meets Boris Karloff. How's that for self-aware entertainment? You know, a good villain can make a dull hero more interesting, like Jack Nicholson in the first Batman movie. Our amateur cartoonist, Miss Mittens here, is developing her own rogues gallery of larger-than-life villains for her new comic strip, Misty Leaves, Private Ivy. Let's see what you've got here, Miss Mittens. See, our first villain is Pizza Face. Ooh, that's scary. And this one over here is Jarhead, probably like a military mastermind. Oh, and down here is Brown Nose. Ooh, that's a creepy collection of characters, Miss Mittens. Oh, you've got one more down here. What? Too hip for the room. Well, I'll be the judge of that. Cold Hands Gardener. Yeah, that's not very good. I don't get it. Cinema Insomnia. We'll be right back.
There's something new in your backyard. It's Birdman! More powerful than ever before!
Yeah! Just like the movies. Birdman is trapped.
You're a part of the action.
Awesome. Watch this.
Look out, Birdman!
Not this time. Yeah! Thanks, Birdman.
Now Birdman talks to you.
Smells like balls.
Battery sold separately.
It's Dick Tracy, solving a crime with real police Crime Stopper clues and amazing scientific tools like the Dick Tracy Magic Decoder. Now, you can decode Dick Tracy's secret Crime Stopper clues and get your own free Dick Tracy Magic Decoder with every box of these famous Post cereals. Post Sugar Crisp, Post Raisin Bran, and Post Sugar Rice Crinkles. It's exciting. Only with a Magic Decoder can you solve the set of 4 Crime Stopper clues on the back of each package. They tell you real police secrets. There are 6 different sets of Crime Stoppers to collect, 24 clues altogether. Use your decoder to make up coded messages, too. Trade secrets with your friends. Get your free Dick Tracy Magic Decoder right away. There's one inside these special packages of Post Sugar Crisp, Post Raisin Bran, and Post Sugar Rice Crinkles.
Welcome back to Cinema Insomnia. Excuse me. I wasn't enjoying this. It was just gas. Tonight's film is not Frankenstein, The Mummy, The Ghoul, The Body Snatcher, or any really watchable film with Boris Karloff. In fact, this warmed-over film noir sprinkled with nutmeg dares you to stay awake. Mr. Lobo is going to have to ask you, as I have in the past, to recite the Cinsomniacs' oath. Please assume the position and repeat after me. I, as initiated member of the Sleepless Nights of Insomnia, do solemnly swear to watch the movie, the whole movie, and nothing but the movie, so help me, Mr. Lobo. Ow! You may stand down. And now, let us return to that flat-footed adaptation of the popular party game, Red Light, Green Light, Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome.
Pat? Pat? Did you get his number?
Sure. What happened, Pat?
You're asking me. I'm sitting here, see, writing out this report on the stiff. All of a sudden, blackout. Something hit me here. A crowbar, maybe, or a small bulldozer. I don't see how anybody could have got in here, Dick. Frankie put the stiff on this slab. He was out cold, just like he is now. The stiff, the mug, where is he?
Looks like you had a drunk who woke up, Pat. He just outfoxed you, that's all.
Outboxed me, huh? I tell you, he was dead. Oh, don't look at me like that, Dick. You know I haven't had so much as a short beer since I joined the force. I tell you, I brought in an absolutely dead stiff.
Okay, but if that's true, then you're just confused. There's a stiff in the other room.
What? Why didn't you say so? Come on. What I want to know is who moved that stiff. So he outfoxed me, did he? What's that make you?
I admit it, Pat. He tricked me, too.
1 minute he's dead. The next he slugs me, tricked you and vamoosed.
Smart man.
Smart? He's weird. I tell you, if I didn't know better, I'd swear we were doing business with Boris Karloff.
Looks that way.
Melody. Did you find him? Would I be back here without him if I did? Oh, that stuff he got must have killed him.
Nonsense. It was one of the early experiments of the doctor's miracle formula.
But what did it do to him?
Potent but harmless. It just rendered him helpless.
Helpless? Oh, that's great. Gruesome helpless and the cops hot on his trail?
Exactly. So he is of no use to us any longer. If he does come back, you must tell him the deal is off.
What are you talking about? That guy knows his way around.
He is no good to us now. We must be rid of him. The doctor...
The doctor will be disturbed by your stupid chatter. You'll get rid of who?
No, please, Gruesome. He didn't mean it. He needs you. We all need you, Gruesome, please.
Exactly. As the doctor just said, you know your business, but I know mine.
You mean you've spoken to the doctor?
Yes, I've had a talk with him. You're a disgraced doctor of science, correct?
Yes, but I...
No buts. The doctor stumbled on a great racket, but he needs me to make it work for him. So from now on, you two will do exactly what I say. Now get in there, keep your mouth shut, and listen. Tomorrow is the most important day in your stupid lives.
4.5 minutes to go.
Hey, Harry, come here. I told you to get that cat out of here. Now get him out.
Afternoon, Mr. Duhart.
Hello, Mr. Stone.
10, 20, 30. How's Mr. Tracy?
Well, he's fine, thanks. Bye.
Goodbye.
There's something wrong with him. And him.
You heard that.
Sorry, Tess. You know, it's probably just that guy from the Twilight Zone with the pocket watch again. I wouldn't worry about it. Uh-huh. All right, and don't call me Dick. Sorry about that, Mr. Karloff. That was a wrong number on the other line. You know, I'm not sure what's going on, but if I were you, I'd go down to the bank first thing tomorrow and withdraw all my money.
I blew all my money on my eyeliner habit. Why do you think I made this ghastly Dick Cheney movie?
That's Dick Tracy, Mr. Karloff.
I don't care. They were damn lucky to have me. I'm Boris Bleeding Karloff, not Gabby freaking Hayes. I was the monster in Frankenstein.
Frankenstein? I've always wanted to see that picture. You know, we just can't afford those Universal Classics here at Cinema Insomnia. Pretty much out of our budget. Is that anything like BLACKENSTEIN or Frankenhooker?
I was up for the part of Frankenhooker. They said I didn't have the legs for it. If only they could have seen me in a pair of fishnets back in '35, I would have owned that part as well.
Thanks for that mental picture, Mr. Karloff. Mr. Lobo has to go now.
Oh, don't go. I'm so alone.
And speaking of stealing money, Cinema Insomnia's sponsors would like to have a word with you.
You're searching for a monster who's hard to find, but here's a hint, he's one of a kind.
Then you can mash.
Monster Mash.
It's Monster Mash. I got him.
It's a wacky smash. Be the very first to find the fiend and then give him a whack and start all over again.
I'll do the mash.
Monster Mash.
It's Monster Mash.
It's a wacky smash. Monster Mash. Wacky fun from Parker Brothers.
Mr. Lobo was working Halloween night, and his ears heard an awful fright. For my Monster Kid pals think they're real party guys. Suddenly, no surprise, they played the Monster Mash. It was the same old trash. Mr.
Mr. Lobo broke out in a rash. They played the Monster Mash. From the junior high school spaghetti feast to the cardboard haunts where customers get fleeced, from homemade mixtapes and CDs that flowed, even iPods full of stolen downloads. They played the Monster Mash. It was the same old trash. Nothing else in your stash? They played the Monster Mash. I thought zombies were overdone. Partiers just seemed stunned. Wolfman, Frank, and the other guests were leaving, one by one. Mr. Lobo hates mocking his nostalgia hounds, witches, werewolves, mad scientists, and clowns. Even those cover bands who like to play it live, like Mr. Lobo's fave group, the Broken Record 5. They played the Monster Mash. 80 times at the bash. I made a restroom dash. Oh God, the Monster Mash. Seriously? Out from his casket popped Cool Count D. It seems he was sick of the whole thing like me. He slammed down the lid and he shook his fist and he said, "Don't you idiots have anything else on your playlist?" It's just the Monster Mash. That same old rehash. I will pay you cold hard cash to stop the Monster Mash. Now everything's right. Drac murdered the band, and the Monster Mash has been banished from the land. For you good spooks who are sick of it too, when you see Mr. Lobo this year, say, "I'm with you." We'll bash the Monster Mash. Bring your rare record stash. Maybe something else will catch on in a flash. And trash the Monster Mash. Oh, God. I can hear it in my teeth. Mash bad. Oh, every year. Oh, I'm gonna have to lie down somewhere.
Dr. Stein would like to see you in his laboratory. Blackenstein.
Dick Tracy calling hypocalorie, calling hypocalorie.
I read you, Tracy.
Arrest 2 racketeers, Pruneface and Itchy. They are muscling in on city's peanut stands.
Yes, sir.
That is all. 6 to an even, over and out.
Oh, what a beauty. Huh? Hands up, you. You're under arrest. Cute.
Hello, doll. Welcome back to Cinema Insomnia. This is your man of mystery, Mr. Lobo. This is my sidekick and amateur cartoonist, Miss Mittens, who's developing her own detective comic strip about a female dick named Misty Leaves, Private Ivy. I was sitting in my office delivering the narration for this opening panel when suddenly there was a knock at the door. Knock, knock. It swung open, and the most fetching, rain-soaked creature I've ever seen waltzed into this gumshoe's life. Miss Mittens, where's the sexy victim? Oh, she can't draw guys without a model. Well, Mr. Lobo could pose for you, as long as it's tasteful. This may be a good time for us to saunter back into our celluloid crime story, Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome. The pants stay on.
X-ray timed it perfectly. The air's clear. Lock the door.
Hey, Gruesome, I wonder if you look as silly as they do.
Lock the door.
Pardon me, Mac, do you mind? What's the matter, buddy? Dandruff?
Melody.
Yeah, come on, Gruesome.
Dick Tracy, homicide, quickly. Hello, Dick. Listen, I'm inside the Grove Street branch of the First National Bank, witnessing a robbery.
Dead? Frozen? Uh-oh. Okay, honey, don't lose your nerve. We'll be right there. This is Tracy. Notify all cars in the area, 4th and Grove. Bank robbery, First National. Let's get out of here. Gruesome, there was a dame in that boat. Oh, look, it's probably died before he hit the ground. Move these people back. Move back a little, folks. Come on, move back now. Come on, move back. Take care of everything, Jim. Okay, Jake. Tess, come out of it.
Come out of what? I'm all right.
Well, she's alive anyway.
If I hadn't been in the booth, I'd have gotten it too. But you see...
Wait a minute.
Aim it on Thursday or the bank will be forced to foreclose.
But I tell you, I can't. You heard the man say they want a cash bonus?
Oh, that's it.
Mr. Crandall. Mr. Crandall.
The dollar's worth of change, please.
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
You'll have to leave now, sir. It's 3 o'clock.
You
see, pal, you were only half dead.
I don't question your word, Mr. Tracy. There undoubtedly was a bank robbery, but not here. Not here.
They sent you to the wrong bank. Mr. Banks, over $100,000 has disappeared.
Oh, that's fine.
Right under our noses.
What?
This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
2 minutes ago, everybody was paralyzed. Frozen stiff, and now look at them. They're perfectly normal.
No one leaves until everybody's been questioned. Line them all up over there.
Right, Matt. This way, folks.
Okay. How about that? Okay, how about that? That more like it? Like this? Like this? Okay? Oh, hi. Mr. Lobo is modeling for our amateur artist who needs a male fatale for her comic strip, Misty Leaves, Private Ivy. All right, okay, how about that? Okay? All right, this, but that's as far as I go. What are you drawing anyway? Hey, you dirty girl! I feel so used. Don't talk to me.
She'd asked me up to her place, and I decided to play her along.
I'll slip into something cooler.
I flicked a Tic Tac, the 2-flavored mint. The smooth outer coating surrendering to the inner men played mind games with my taste buds. Then I noticed it was my last. I had to make a decision, stay with a broad or go get a fresh pack of Tic Tac. No contest. Tic Tac. Why flick a mint with one flavor when you can flick a mint with two?
An asphalt jungle. An urban skyline of fear. Waiting. Watching. Destroying. We're not safe anymore to walk the streets. When every hour, 163 more people become victims of assault. You live at the mercy of the animals who inhabit the streets of every city. People who place little value on their lives, and even less on yours. You live in a country where 12 women are raped every minute, where 65 people are murdered each day. It's happening now. It's happening this minute. The police are powerless. The law is corrupt. And the courts turn them loose. There is only one alternative.
Black Belt Jones. The fastest, meanest, baddest that hit the big screen. He's quick, he's black, and he's back. Get ready for the punchingest, kickingest, choppingest dude on earth. Right on.
You know, it's not just comic book fans. It seems like everyone loves Dick Tracy character names like Pat Patterson, Tess Trueheart, B.O. Plenty, Susie Cream Cheese, Dexter Mathorfin, Seymour Butts, Dirk Diggler. In this next reel, check out the clever yet trite monikers of the two scientists who developed Gruesome's paralyzing gas. Excuse me.
How many men in the stick-up crew?
2.
Did they wear masks?
No, one was coarse-looking and the other one was...
Fine, tell me later. How long was it between the freezing act and their entrance?
About a minute.
You mean this knockout stuff was instant? Insist? Right away?
Well, it couldn't have been more than 2 minutes at the most.
How do you feel?
All right, Mr. Tracy. That's what's so darn queer. I still can't believe I was out cold for 12 or 14 minutes. Just wait till I tell my wife. When I get
All right, now, I'd rather you told me what you were doing and how you felt when this stuff hit you.
Sure, you bet. Like I was telling your sidekick here, I'm standing right here watching the clock, see? Not that I'm a clock-watching guy ordinarily.
Skip it, pal. Get to the pail.
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Like I was telling your sidekick, you see, it's my wife's sister's birthday, and I says to myself, I says, Humphrey, when you get home...
He was pulling down the shade.
Yeah, that's right. How'd you know? Here, like this. Like this I was. Had it about there. No? Here, maybe.
Well, did you feel yourself slipping?
Nah, positively no warning at all.
Do you think you were the first one affected by this gas?
No, the first man to go was standing right over there.
Well, show me how he was standing.
All right. As I remember, he was standing right here with his coat open, like this.
Well, that's enough. Take him with you, Pat, and see if you can find that man. Come on.
Or was it like this?
Relax, Gabby. Let's find
I
the
know
guy.
I had one hand sticking out.
Now, let's see. You've had everyone in the bank checked on.
Everyone. They all have legitimate addresses. No suspicious characters.
And you're having the screwy gas analyzed.
Fred has what was left in the shell casing. I expect a report any minute.
And the getaway car was stolen.
Picked up on the turnpike. No distinguishable fingerprints.
The banking commission is panicky, Dick. If this gets to the papers, they're afraid of a wholesale run on every bank in town.
I told you Tracy was busy.
It's okay, Sarge. Tracy wants to see me, right?
Dick has nothing to say to the press, Dan.
No? In that case, the press has a hot word for him. It's headlines. Shall I go?
It's okay, Sarge.
Thanks. What I have to say should be private, boys, for your sakes.
Spill it, Dan. We're busy.
I know, and stumped. Fellas, I was the only news hawk to get to a certain bank before you had everybody's mouth buttoned up like a West Pointer on inspection.
How much do you know, Dan?
Remember the bank guard with the end of gab?
You can't print a word of it, Dan.
Look, Dick, I play ball usually, but not with gas bombs. This'll be the biggest thing hit the streets since George Patton broke the bulb.
This is a war of a sort, too, Dan. A war on small investors. If you break silence before we can move in, no bank in the state can escape a run on it.
How long do you want?
24 hours.
I'll settle for the 4. That'll get me in the final edition.
We won't have a thing in 4 hours.
Not bad, eh?
Right now, we haven't got a lead to the interest of bloodhounds.
So, then I think my readers should know what they're up against.
Give us till morning at least, Dan.
Say, Dick, this is an absolutely unknown chemical. We've given it every...
Yeah.
Why don't you look before you yap?
Unknown chemical. 20 people frozen to the spot by absolutely unknown chemical while bank is casually robbed of at least 200 grand.
It was only 100.
Thanks. That much I didn't know.
Until morning, Dan, please.
We don't sell the morning paper, Dick.
Exclusive, Dan. You can sell it to the syndicates.
To hit the morning rags, I'd have to have all the details by 2 a.m.
2 a.m., you highbinder. Well, that's only 10 hours from now.
You're quick, Chief.
Okay, Dan, it's a deal. 2 a.m.
Good luck. I'm sorry, Chief.
Forget it. That ferret could dig salt out of Big Rock Candy Mountain.
This chemical is so new, it isn't even registered. Is that it, Fred?
Yeah, that's right, Dick.
Think Dr. Tomic at State University could spot it?
Sure, if anyone could.
Tomic. That's the man who was complaining about threats on his life.
Yes, top-flight physicist. Look, Chief, with only 10 hours before the panic hits, it's about...
It's worth a try. What else have we got?
Well, there's always Pat's living corpse, but...
Oh, that. A shot in the dark.
So is this. But if Tomic can tell us what it is, we at least have a lead.
Oh, may I help you?
Yes, I'm Dick Tracy from headquarters. I'd
Oh,
like to...
I'm so glad you've come, Mr. Tracy. Have you any news of him?
Of whom?
Of Dr. Tomic. Isn't that why you're here?
But I came to see him. Is anything wrong?
Well, yes, but I thought you knew. He's disappeared.
When?
He left home early this morning and hasn't been seen since. His wife was very worried, and I thought she reported his absence to you.
It's the first I've heard of it. Are you his assistant?
Yes, I'm Professor Learned.
You know, Miss Mittens, it was a good idea to bring tonight's film with us to lunch so that we could eat in peace and not have to worry about it getting stolen. You know, Miss Mittens and I, we love coming here to the Bloody Cue Card. I mean, this is where all the horror hosts come to eat and be eaten and be seen eating and being eaten. Oh boy, those barbecued dragon wings look delicious. Just like in tonight's movie, Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome, we have our own rogues gallery of characters, but instead of Gruesome, Melody, and X-Ray, we have Dr. Ghoulfinger over there at the salad bar. We have Son of Sanguinary and Son of Ghoul and Zombo and, there's Nurse Batty and Dr. Loco at a dark booth back there. Looks like, I think they're eating. There's Francois Fly of formerly of Fly-By Night Theater. And, and right over here is Cannibal Carl of Bamboo Theater.
How's it going there, Mr. Lobo dude?
Hey, Cannibal Carl. So, what brings you to the Bloody Cue Card?
Well, it seems my Bamboo Theater's been put on hiatus due to the lack of people watching my Filipino horror films. So I thought I'd come by here, the Bloody Cue Card, and help out the old buds, you know?
So you're a waiter?
Yeah. Can I take your order?
Yeah. Gee, everything looks really good. How about the Bob Wilkins?
Bob Wilkins, that's Cuban on white with dry mustard. That's good.
And Miss Mittens would like the Elvira.
Elvira, chicken breast with a side of corn. That's good stuff. Can I get you guys something to drink?
Yes, I'd like another coffee. And Miss Mittens would like something from the bar, a purple kniff.
Purple kniff for the lady.
And water it down. All right, well, thank you very much. That'll do it.
Cool, Mr. Lobo. Take it slow.
See you around. You know, that Elvira sounds really good, tasty. I think I should have got what you have, but oh well. What do you mean, where's the film? It's right there. Was there? Where's the rest of tonight's feature? We did bring it in here with us, didn't we? Okay, don't worry. We're going to find the second half of tonight's feature. We just need to retrace our steps. We'll find it sometime during the intermission. Oh no.
It's intermission time, folks, and that means it's time for a tasty snack. How about a stroll over to the refreshment counter for a delicious bite to eat? You don't have to worry about missing any part of the show because our announcer will let you know 3 minutes before the show starts again. See you over at the refreshment counter.
Hey, Mom. Yes, you. Why fuss and fret about dinner? Why not have it right here? Yes, this drive-in offers everyone in the family a real picnic treat for dinner. We've got delicious sandwiches with all the trimmings and your other dinner favorites, plus whatever you want to drink, hot or cold. Come early before the show starts, or eat while you're being entertained, or at intermission time. So why fuss? Give your family a tasty dinner at this drive-in.
This is Mr. Lobo for Creative Continuity, and I'm here at Baltimore Comic-Con with Joe Staten. Hello. Cartoonist, comic book artist extraordinaire. And currently, are you still doing the newspaper strip?
Yep, I've been drawing the Dick Tracy newspaper strip for about 6 years now, and plan to stick with it for quite a few more.
That's incredible. Currently doing Dick Tracy, which is one of my all-time favorite characters. I love Dick Tracy. He's kind of like the detective.
He is the American version of Sherlock Holmes.
The American Sherlock Holmes.
Yes.
And he's got a lot of great gadgets, and he's got a lot of an amazing rogues gallery of villains.
Right.
And I would say that, I think Batman and all the things that came afterward, I think follow that template of having this kind of rogues gallery of devious and strange-looking villains.
Very much. Dick Tracy had a huge influence on Batman. So, Tracy's in there.
Certainly. And what's interesting is that they always try to like when they did the movie, they had all the villains all together, but that rarely ever happens. It's usually Dick Tracy kills one guy.
Yes.
He kills Pruneface, and then somebody else shows up.
Yeah, they're very considerate about that. You know, one guy shows up right after the other guy dies.
Yeah, they come single file. Yeah, exactly. And it's always this dragnet of it getting closer and closer and closer to the end, and a lot of traps for Dick Tracy usually along the way.
Dick Tracy is subject to many fatal death traps that somehow he always gets out of them.
And I kind of feel like Dick Tracy's the template for James Bond, kind of in that way too, don't you think? A little bit?
A bit, yeah.
You know? because the villain has their plan, they capture him, and then there's usually like a block of ice with some nails, and there's this kind of Rube Goldberg sort of device that unfolds.
Actually, there was one of these death traps, a block of ice. I think it was with an ice pick was going to kill Tracy as it
very slowly. Yes.
Yep.
But I think Dick noticed that the floor was at a slight angle, so if he just stomped on the floor hard enough, the ice would slide and the thing wouldn't pierce his heart, right? Something like that?
It was something, I think it was something like that. And of course, Tracy has a thing about being dragged behind cars. There was one time where he was tangled up in a chain, was dragged behind a car for about 2 or 3 weeks, and the gas tank sprang a leak, and gas spurted out on Tracy and caught him on fire. So he was being dragged cross country while on fire.
Dragged across country on fire, and that guy must have hide like a rhinoceros, because nothing. I feel like he would just be a skeleton by now with all the things that he's been through.
And he, probably has more scars than Batman. So yeah.
Probably. I think, didn't they spoof him in like Little Abner, where they had Fearless Fosdick, who was sort of like a parody of Dick Tracy? He'd have like a giant hole through his body with a bird flying through.
We actually did a crossover with Fearless Fosdick in the strip. So
Fearless Fosdick is in the Dick Tracy comic strip?
Actually, in our strip. Fearless Fosdick is Dick Tracy's favorite comic strip.
Oh, wow.
So we had Tracy hallucinate an adventure
with Fearless Fosdick. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you personally would like to talk about? I know you've got this Dick Tracy watch. Would you like to talk a little bit about that?
Well, there is
I'm on my way.
A replica, actually, it works as a watch.
Actual working Dick Tracy watch. That's amazing.
It's being adapted to take Bluetooth, so pretty soon you'll have an actual authentic vintage Dick Tracy watch.
Oh man, I gotta get one.
That you can contact headquarters, and of course now you can call in drone strikes with it. So
yes. Calling your drones, your trash cans come flying in.
Exactly. You've read this stuff. Okay. Yeah, we have those.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. And so you're doing a fundraiser to expand on this watch?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, good luck with that, and I hope that, is there a website, should I read this, to try to get people there? It's www.dicktracywatch.com.
Yes, contact them, and you'll find out how to get involved with
you get to be a hero, and wear a iconic piece of jewelry.
Exactly.
/ timepiece. Now, is there a way, do you have a presence online for yourself or for your art?
I have a website.
Okay.
www.joestaten.com.
www.joestaten.com. Okay.
And I'm on Facebook like everybody. And,
well, hopefully, accept my friend request on Facebook. Okay.
Will that be from Zachary?
It'll be from I wish. It would be from Mr. Lobo.
From Mr. Lobo. Okay. I will be looking for Mr. Lobo.
All right, or Alan Smithy, perhaps, if I'm using my alter ego.
Ooh, good alter ego. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, sir. It's great talking to you. We hope to see many, many, many adventures with Dick Tracy.
Mr. Lobo, it says so.
Yes, that's right. Okay. It's official.
Yes.
I could be a villain, perhaps. I'll have to do something with my face, but I could maybe...
We do occasionally do stories with horror hosts showing up.
Oh, okay. Oh,
we can do that.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk, Mr. Staten. But anyhow, thank you so much for entertaining us with amusing and exciting characters and showing us so much fun with your artwork. And we need a billion more comics. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
What is it? Hey, why it's Buttercup. Popcorn, add some butter to hot popcorn. Mix it up, wrap it up, Buttercup is born.
It's delicious.
So nutritious.
It's a taste delight.
It's so munchy, crisp and crunchy. You'll enjoy each bite. Eat butter-drenched Buttercup, popcorn at its best.
Served in a king-size cup.
It beats all the rest.
Let's go.
Big Boy Caprice, Breathless Mahoney, Flat Top, the DA, Prune Face, Mumbles, Lips Manless, and the Blank are out to get the greatest detective of all time.
I'm rubbing him out.
I want him dead. Nobody touches Tracy but me.
Tracy.
Tracy?
You mind if I call you Dick?
I was beginning to wonder what a girl had to do to get arrested.
Wearing that dress is a step in the right direction.
For a tough guy, you do a lot of pansy things.
Extra! Tracy battles Moog!
Everywhere I turn, Tracy!
You're under arrest.
Aren't you gonna frisk me?
Hey, copper, maybe you want to look before you leap.
When it's time to fight crime, he's your man. Walt Disney Pictures presents Warren Beatty as Dick Tracy.
Whose side are you on?
And Madonna as Breathless Mahoney.
Are you gonna make a move? Do I have to do everything?
I'm on duty.
Dick Tracy.
I'm on my way.
Looks like there's been a slight disagreement between friends. Well, here's a surefire way to patch things up. Just take 2 big, juicy, all-meat wieners, wrap them in oven-fresh buns, add ketchup, mustard, relish, and let's see. Here's one happy fella, and here's another. Yes, sir, everybody agrees that the hot dogs you find at our refreshment center are the best. Buy one for everybody. You'll agree they're delicious.
Hi, I'm Chili Dilly, the personality pickle. Packed in a jar for the freshest flavor. Served cold in a sack for you to savor. So dainty to eat, no muss, no fuss. An ideal snack for all of us. Crisp, tender, and tasty with a bit of spice. Buy one now. Taste how nice. Snack bar clerks will knock themselves silly, speeding your order for a real Chili Dilly.
The Dick Tracy Show.
Okay, Chief. I'll get on it right away.
Dick Tracy calling Hemlock Holmes. Calling Hemlock Holmes.
I read you, Tracy.
Hemlock, the Brow and Oodles have taken over the old Leaning Tower of Pizza and renamed it the Hotel Tilton Wilton. The tower is located next door to the Spumoni Bank. This may be a blind for a bank robbery. I'm sorry to break up your vacation, Hemlock, but this is urgent. Hop over to Italy immediately and investigate.
Immediately is right, sir. I'm blasting off right now.
All clear here, Oodles, but step on it. We've got to burn our way through to that bank vault.
Right, bro. Another couple of minutes and we'll be in the dough.
And then we get our mitts on 1,000,000 Pazouzas. What the?
Oh, I tell you, it's the only way to travel.
Hey, Oodles! That copper Hemlock Holmes is out there. Keep working. I'll take care of him, the dirty rat.
Roger!
Stay at the new Tilton Wilton Hotel. Tilt your elbow in our tilt room. Get a new slant on life at the Tilton Wilton. Brow and Oodles, proprietors. Well, this looks like an A1 honest operation. I'll pop in and congratulate the boys. It's bloomin' nice to meet some honest crooks for a change.
Welcome to the tilt room, Officer Holmes.
I say, you blokes really have gone straight. Looks like your tilt room is on the level.
Yeah, look around and you'll see all the stars.
Ooh, stars. Righto. Jolly good show.
Now, as a token of appreciation for dropping in on us, the management presents you with this little gift.
Thanks. I'll make things warm for them, and my name isn't...
I I got rid of the cop, Oodles.
Good. I'm in the bank vault now. Oh, boy, look at all that dough.
Come on. Let's start making a withdrawal, pal.
Here's the first 100,000.
Hands up. You're under arrest for the robbery of the Spumoni Bank. Oodles, come out of that vault.
Oh, take a walk, copper.
You have 2 seconds to come out with your hands up, or I'm coming in.
You come in here and I'll fill you full of lead.
Hold everything. Hemlock Holmes calling Dick Tracy.
Come in, Hemlock.
This case is a sizzler, sir.
Keep calm, Hemlock. Don't get hot-headed. Remember, a police officer remains cool at all times.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm as cool as a cucumber, sir. Phew.
That's the stuff, Hemlock. Let me know when you wrap it up.
Righto, sir. Over and out!
Quick, Oodles! Back to the Wilton Tilton.
Hey, these floors are slippery.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
You're right about that, you crooks.
Yo! There it's that cop again!
Out of my way!
Way off!
Hemlock Holmes calling Dick Tracy.
I read you, Hemlock. Things work out all right?
Fine, sir. I took your advice and kept cool. But the crooks are having a hot time, hot-footing it to jail.
Yo!
Now cut that out!
We'll get you, copper! Yo!
You're not drawing. I am. You're watching Cinema Insomnia. I'm Mr. Lobo. Tonight, the craggly-faced godfather of horror, Boris Karloff, is horrified himself to be trapped in a cheap RKO Dick Tracy flick, starring as a craggly-faced thug named Gruesome. A freeze gas that paralyzes bank patrons allows Gruesome to pull off the heist of the century. That's right, the old paralyzed bank patron routine. And Dick Tracy has only 10 hours to solve the crime before it hits the papers. The funny papers. Unfortunately, tonight we have a heist right here of our own. Someone has stolen the second half of tonight's feature. And they must be desperate criminals to steal Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome. Fortunately, I happen to have a long-running VHS cassette of Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome, along with 7 hours of Heckle and Jekyll cartoons. And so the show will go on until this mystery is solved. Adjust your tracking. Cinema Insomnia and Happy Luck Golden Panda Times video distribution presents Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome. That's good. That's good. And she's got like stitches on her neck, and she's got long black hair. Yeah, long black hair with white streaks in it right here, and handlebars on the side of her head. Yeah, and make her a little poutier. And maybe stick the tongue out a little bit. Oh, excuse me. It's a crime that we're showing a VHS copy of Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome when we actually own a pretty decent 16mm print. Now, Mr. Lobo's doing some detective work of his own, and I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Make no mistake about that. We will have our film back. Perhaps in hindsight, it wasn't such a great idea to take a 16mm public domain film to a horror host hangout, but after thinking about the patrons there at the Bloody Cue Card, I mean, not many that we were in contact with had much motive. Francois Fly's show was canceled. Cannibal Carl's show was canceled. Uncle Ghoulies' show was canceled. And Son of Sanguinary's show was canceled. But there was a suspicious femme fatale fleeing from the scene, and she dropped this handkerchief. I had Miss Mittens draw a composite sketch of the woman I saw. If you recognize this woman or know who the initials LS belong to, please contact Mr. Lobo at this station immediately. Thank you.
Dick Tracy here, closing in on Muskie and those eggs. Okay, Muskie, the jig is up.
Nice of you to drop by, Mr. Tracy.
All right, Muskie, fork over those eggs.
You got me wrong. These eggs about to hatch my 2 brand new store-bought Soaky toys.
Well, I'll be.
You're a brand new Soaky toy, Dick Tracy. And so am I, Muskie, the law-abiding muskrat.
Now that we're new Soaky fun bath toys, we can really clean up this town. Soapy soaps you clean in ocean full of fun.
Scrubbly bubbly flibbity flabbity clean before you're done.
Soapy soaps you clean, and every girl and boy gets a toy. When it's empty, it's a toy. Be on the lookout for the new Dick Tracy and Muskie Soaky toys.
Take a Soaky fun bath today.
It's fun.
More fun than getting dirty.
1931, the world was horrified by the motion picture Frankenstein. In 1935, horror turned to terror with The Bride of Frankenstein. In 1990, the makers of Basket Case and Brain Damage bring you...
Want a date?
Frankenhooker. Jeffrey Franken has a plan.
I just want to bring you back, Elizabeth.
He has the ingenuity.
I need female body parts.
He has everything he needs, except the raw materials.
Just hold still. Excellent. Oh, my God. Bunyan!
Jeffrey's creation is alive.
Looking for some action?
Oh, yeah.
She's sexy.
Want a date? You going out?
I'm on my way home, but thanks anyway.
And she's sutured to please.
Listen, I'm looking for a very tall, attractive woman. She's purple. She's got fresh scars on her. She's in the bar!
Now, a motion picture like no other. A tender story of love and romance.
Want a date?
A gripping tale of lust and revenge. Frankenhooker.
Incredible.
Some assembly may be required.
Dick Tracy calling Hemlock Holmes. Calling Hemlock Holmes.
Go ahead, Tracy.
2 bandits have robbed retired millionaire of his last million. Pair seen fleeing north on Route 40 driving stolen black sedan. Estimated speed 100 miles per hour. Call the retouchables and cut them off.
Hey, Mumbles, we got a chopper on our tail. Looks like a copper chopper, and my name isn't Stooge Villa. What'd you say, Mumbles? Yeah, you're right. We better step on it. Give it a gun, son. We're losing them. We got them made. Yeah, we're in trouble.
Lady Skankenstein? Of course. LS. How could I have been such a pinhead? She's showing my movie on her program right this minute? All right, thank you very much, number 13. Goodbye. That was one of our Hawkeye Cinema Insomnia fan club members. Thank you, Cinema Insomnia clubbers, for surfing and protecting your favorite late-night horror program. Apparently, Lady Skankenstein has my movie, and she's showing it right now.
Hello, sailor. My boobies welcome you to the horror house of Lady Skankenstein. Me am Lady Skankenstein. Tonight we show sexy Boris Karloff movie. Dick Meets ugly bad man. More boobies later. Now we watch movie.
You will find him, won't you, Mr. Tracy?
We'll certainly try. Can you think of any reason why Dr. Tomic would want to disappear?
No. What did you have in mind?
Nothing in particular. Still, I'd like you to check any special or secret formula he might have been working on, just to make sure they haven't been removed.
Of course. Will you wait here, please?
I'd rather come along if you don't mind.
Oh, not at all. Dr. Tomic always keeps his most valuable formulae in that locked cabinet. They're quite safe there.
You have the keys, of course.
Yes, but I'm certain nothing has been disturbed.
Would you open it anyway, please?
Very well.
Do you know what each of these bottles contains?
I know they're chemical symbols, if that's what you mean.
Not exactly. Could any of them, say, mixed with another chemical, form a dangerous gas?
I hardly know. These particular ones are in experimental stages. Only Dr. Tomic could tell you that.
How about this clear liquid on the end? What's its purpose?
I really don't know. It's so new it doesn't even have a name.
New, huh? Is that so? Well, I'd like to...
Oh, please don't touch anything, Mr. Tracy. At least until Dr. Tomic returns.
If he returns, huh?
You mean there's a chance that he won't?
It's part of my job to see that he does. You won't mind my taking a little of this for testing?
Well, I hardly know what to say in Dr. Tomic's absence. Perhaps we can test it here. In fact, I'd be glad to test it for you.
I'd rather take it with me.
Very well.
You see, there was a bank robbery today. Some strange chemical was employed. Everyone in the bank was transfixed, frozen to the spot. Startled?
Shocked. You see, I work so close to science, I have every reason to dread the creation of such gases.
I didn't say it was a gas.
Well, what else could it be?
I don't know. But it was a gas. Doesn't seem to stain or burn the surface, does it?
No.
Anything in it that will hurt me if I taste it?
I think not, but I can't be too sure.
Let's see. Tastes like water.
Many chemicals do.
Get me an empty bottle and a rag, will you? Professor Learned.
Yes?
Could a man in Tomic's position be leading a double life?
Hardly. He's one of the most respected men in his profession.
Yet he came to headquarters complaining of attempts on his life the night before he disappeared. In my experience, Professor, that could be the act of an innocent man. Or of a man covering his tracks.
Perhaps, but not Dr. Tomic. His whole life is an open book, beyond suspicion.
I guess you're right.
I know I'm right.
Well, thank you, Professor. I'll be back when I have this analyzed.
Very well, Mr. Tracy. But it isn't Walter.
Probably not. You've been a big help. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Tracy.
I still say you didn't have to shoot him.
But Gruesome, he saw us coming out of the bank.
Seeing and identifying weeks, maybe months later, are two different things.
But
You're just a trigger-happy young mug you always were. Better get over it.
You're a fine guy to be bawling me out.
Useless killing is dangerous.
I don't know what me like better. Movies or boobies? Me know what you like best.
All right. Freeze, Lady Skankenstein, or should I say LS. This is a citizen's arrest and you're busted.
Yes, me know.
You know, not everything in this earth is about you and your dirty pillows, you thieving strumpet. You have stolen our copy of Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome.
Sorry, Lobo. Me have been bad. I propose a spanking is in order.
The film will be fine. Mr. Lobo bruises easily.
Oh.
My face of easy features. This place of hidden pictures.
Russ Meyer, the rural Fellini, serves up a colossal motion picture geared for the young and old alike. A motion picture born to entertainment, vibrant, spellbinding, yet so hilariously funny in its delivery. Russ Meyer's Super Vixens, an all-out assault on today's sexual mores and more. A frontal attack against women's lib, kicking the crap out of conventions, hang-ups, convictions, obsessions, the whole bag. Russ Meyer's Super Vixens, a cinematic smorgasbord of mind-boggling beauty. Feast on it.
You'll know you're in the right theater soon as you cover your seat. Why? I should know. I'm Russ Meyer, back doing what I do best.
It's the world's greatest detective, Dick Tracy. And now you can make up crime-busting stories with Colorform's Dick Tracy cartoon kit. Put Tracy on Skullduggery Lane, where there's skullduggery afoot. And here's the foot. It's Flat Top, ready to steal the famous Gloopnik diamonds. Hide Tracy. Put Joe Sue on the job, too. And here's Mumbles robbing the bank at the same time. After him, Tracy. Put Hemlock Holmes on the job. Joe, get Flat Top. Flat Top, get the diamonds. Tracy, get Mumbles. Look, Go-Go Gomez is here, too. Colorforms stick like magic. No scissors, no glue. $1.98 or 98 cents in a smaller size. Tracy'll get his man because justice always triumphs. Make your own exciting stories anytime, at home or on trips, with the Dick Tracy cartoon kit. It's more fun to play the Colorforms way.
Lady Skankenstein, why? I mean, you have the highest rated horror movie program in the history of television. Why would you take Mr. Lobo's movie? Especially Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome. I mean, come on. I would think something like Dick Tracy Meets Threesome would be more your style.
Funny, Lobo. Lady Skankenstein don't really want your silly movie.
Oh, no?
Lady Skankenstein wants something else. Don't be zippy.
Zippy? Who's zippy? All right, now, come on. I'm not going to fall for that old trick. Mr. Lobo's not turning around. Howie.
Good job, Zippy. Lobo now belongs to Lady Skankenstein. Now get back in your closet. Mama's got to go to work now. And now, back to Dick Tracy meets sexy Karloff.
Well, it's about time.
Yeah, we thought maybe you took a powder.
Hardly.
That's good. Gruesome hates Welchers.
I don't hate dead ones, Melody.
Our employer is a man of honor. There's one for you, one for you.
What are these, Valentine's?
The doctor is very businesslike. That is your remuneration.
Mine's kind of thin, is it?
Not much thinner. Gruesome got a bonus for not killing a policeman.
How do you like that?
We don't like it. We don't like it at all. Go back and tell your employer I'm not an employee. I'm a partner. I want 50%.
What about me?
I'll pay you more than you're worth. Goodbye, X-Ray.
Well, I'll ask him.
No, tell him. 50% on everything.
Very well. Oh, our employer told me to tell you he wishes you would not come to the laboratory anymore.
At all?
At all.
I see. Tell him I'll do what he says for exactly 15 minutes.
Oh, please.
Unless, of course, you're back within that time with half the take. Better hurry, X-Ray.
Gruesome, you're terrific.
Remember that, Melody.
Sure, Gruesome. Sure.
We found him right about here, Dick. Let's take a look around inside. Maybe we'll get a line on something.
Loosen the bolts.
Hey, you. It's him, Dick! I'll take him, Dick. I owe him something.
Lobo, you are slave to Lady Skankenstein and boobies.
Ow! That's Mr. Lobo. And Lady Skankenstein, shouldn't you be out on the curb? It is trash night.
Lady Skankenstein needs you to do something for me.
Okay, if your next words are bring out the gimp, Mr. Lobo is going to have to say no.
But I need you, Lobo.
That's Mr. Lobo.
Even though you don't have boobies, there are some things Lady Skankenstein cannot do for myself.
You mean like open a jar of mayonnaise?
Not exactamolly, Mr. Lobo.
This kind of crazy bondage mondo stuff doesn't happen on my program, Cinema Insomnia. Hopefully Mr. Lobo will be back. Call the police!
A quarter pounder with cheese in Paris.
What do they call it?
Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
You got a corpse in a car, minus the head in the garage. Take me to it.
Mother...
Who's Zed?
Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
I love you, Pumpkin.
I love you, honey bunny.
Everybody be cool, this is a robbery!
What's Fonzie like?
Cool.
Correctamundo. And that's what we're gonna be. We're gonna be cool.
Tracy to kids. Tracy to kids. Come in, kids. Come in, kids. It's here at last, the new Dick Tracy two-way wrist radio that keeps you in constant touch with your buddies. Easy to work. Up antenna, switch on, press talk button, and you broadcast from room to room and even house to house. No wires needed, yet voices travel back and forth. Radio on the open road from one bike to another, or when out hiking.
Dad, I found a bear's cave.
Be right down, son.
The powerful, fully transistorized Dick Tracy two-way wrist radio is a real electronic instrument.
Make sure all the fellows get their A-OK Dick Tracy wrist radio so they can keep in touch. Over and out. The one and only Dick Tracy wrist radio, wherever American toys are sold.
Welcome back to the horror house of Lady Skankenstein. I'm Lady Skankenstein. Speak, slave.
And I'm her reluctant co-host, held against his will, Mr. Lobo.
Oh, read the hard words.
All right. Dear Lady Skankenstein, you are so hot. I love it when you do
Oh, no. Mailbags later. Movie now.
All right, then. We now return to Ralph Byrd and Boris Karloff in tonight's thrilling feature, Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome.
You read pretty. And now, Mr. Lobo.
Pat, where are you?
Here.
Are you all right?
Yeah, it was him, Dick, that drunken stiff.
Well, where did he go?
He got away.
Well, that's a lead anyway. What happened to you?
What happened to me? I was standing right over there, and all of a sudden, I was... No, I'm not going to tell you.
Come on, Pat. What happened to you?
Okay. I was bit by a tiger.
Oh, that tiger!
You're sure that you can identify this man, Tess?
Yes, I'm positive he's one of the bank robbers.
Good. Now, if he'll only live long enough to start talking.
Dick, we've rounded up some of the people who ran the bank. They're out in the hallway.
Okay, Pat, bring them in. Tess, you better wait in the chief's office.
All right.
Tess did identify him.
Yes, but that's not enough. We've got to find one of those bank witnesses who saw him in or around the bank about 2:45.
Why 2:45? Couldn't he have planted the bomb at 2:30 or even before that?
No, the janitor emptied the wastebaskets at 2:45. So if anyone saw this bird in the bank after that time, he planted the bomb. Nurse, what's wrong?
We can't die on this now.
Get those people in here, Pat, quick.
Okay, folks.
Sorry, Dick, you'll have to leave. He's much too ill to have anyone in here now.
But just 2 minutes, Doc.
I can't do it. He only has a 50-50 chance as it is.
Well, that's that. Have those people go to my office, Pat. We'll do what we can.
Okay, folks, let's go.
First of all, I want to thank you people for coming. Now I'd like to ask you a few simple questions. Does anyone recognize this man?
I'm sure I never saw him before.
Well, now, I'm a bank guard, you see.
We know that.
Of course you do. And you know that bank guards have to be observing. Now, if that man was at the bank, it stands to reason I'd remember him, don't it?
It does, do you?
No.
I could be wrong, Mr. Tracy, but I think that man passed me at the bank door. I think he was coming out as I was going in.
Do you happen to recall what time that was, Mr. Thal?
Yes, I do. I looked up at the clock as I came in. It was exactly 10 minutes to 3.
Good. Turn around, Luke. Obviously, this man wearing the bandit's clothes is not the bandit. This is a drawing of the actual man. Would you say you'd seen this man before, Mr. Thal?
I'm almost certain that's the face of the man who passed me at the bank door.
Thank you. Anyone else see him?
No.
All right. That's all. Oh, one thing more. Please don't any of you discuss this case with the newspapers. It's very important. In fact, I'd rather you didn't discuss it with anyone for a day or two. And thank you again.
Sir. We're going out now, Bob.
But I'm coming in.
I've still got 6 hours, Dan, and nothing to say.
Nothing to say about a top-flight scientist who's missing?
Hello? You're talking Greek, Dan. Yes, Chief.
Don't give me that. You knew Tomic was missing before I did.
Just a minute, Chief. I've got the human ferret in my office. Tomic? Who's Tomic?
A physicist, my boy, with an assistant named Learned, remember? I'm giving his disappearance a build-up tonight, Dick.
Wait a minute, Dan. I'll call you later, Chief. You gave me your word, Dan, and I still have 6 hours left.
Then you do think Tomic is involved in the bank robbery?
I honestly don't know. But if he is, and you publish his disappearance, it might spoil everything for me.
All right, 6 hours. But I get first break at anything you uncover, right?
Right, Dan. Keep your nose clean.
Hello, Tess.
Hello, Dan. What's new?
Ask your boyfriend. Dick, this'll...
Hold it, Fred.
Oh, you again.
Goodbye, Dan.
Be seeing you in about 5 hours and 22 minutes. Dick, this is the door.
Quiet. I think I know what you were going to tell me anyway. I should see a certain professor at State University right away, correct?
Correct, and quick.
I'll see you later, honey.
But we had a date for dinner.
I'm having mine with a professor.
Oh, well, since it's only a professor.
A beautiful feminine professor.
And you expect me to be here when you get back?
No.
Then I will be.
That's what I thought.
Goodbye, Dick.
Bye.
Over an hour since I talked with you.
I'm sorry. I had important business. You look worried, dearest. What's the trouble?
That chemical I stole for you. What did you do with it?
I used it for my anesthetic experiments. What do you suppose?
I suppose you either gave it or sold it to a gang of bank robbers.
What are you talking about?
The police are analyzing the water I substituted for the formula I stole for you.
Well, what of it?
The moment Dr. Tomic returns, they'll know I substituted the water.
Oh, we'll be far away by then.
What if he returns now, tonight?
He won't, Irma.
You've done something to him.
He's perfectly safe. He'll return home in due time, quite unharmed.
I can't go through with it. That detective, I can't go on lying to him. I don't know how.
It won't be for long.
He had hardly left when a reporter came. He asked me so many questions, I didn't know where I was.
Did he ask about Tomic?
Of course.
Splendid. His disappearance will make headlines. Tracy and his cops will be forced into a manhunt that will leave us in the clear.
I won't help blacken the character of a decent man. I can't.
Very well. Tell them. Tell them everything. Is that what you want, Irma?
Oh, darling, you know it isn't. But can't we do something? Can't we go away? Now, tonight?
Police have requested that I don't leave town. Your friend Tracy.
Tracy? What?
Do you think I put that formula in the hands of thugs? I placed it in the bank myself.
You didn't. You couldn't.
I had to, Irma. I tell you, with Tomic missing, we're in the clear. There isn't a thing to worry about, dearest. I'll drive you to within a block of your house, huh?
No, I'll walk to the cab stand. We can't risk being seen together.
Good evening.
Oh, Mr. Tracy, how did you get here?
It was easy. Illegal, too.
Illegal? What is?
My breaking into your place and searching your things without a warrant.
I should think so. Why did you do it?
Why did you tell me I wouldn't find water in that bottle?
You didn't.
You're a biochemist. Why try to pretend you didn't know what was in that bottle?
You forget, Mr. Tracy. You tasted whatever was in it, not I. I was so sure it wasn't water that
Why?
Why? Because I can see no reason why Dr. Tomic would make such a substitution.
Neither can I. In fact, I don't think he did.
But obviously he had to. He and I are the only two people
Who have the key to that lock. So I say you made the substitution, not Tomic.
If what you found in that bottle really was water, and you're not just trying to trick me because of some fantastic notion that I mixed up with bandits, then all I can say is Dr. Tomic put it there. I didn't. And, might I suggest that you spend your time looking for him instead of badgering me?
I'm badgering you because I think you know something about his disappearance. Either you're shielding him or you're shielding someone else.
Why? Why should I? Do I look like the kind of person who goes around shielding bank robbers and murderers?
Frankly, no. But I think you got in over your head. And now you don't see any way out but lying.
I'm not lying.
I think you are. Consider this, Professor. Whoever got hold of that formula will stop at nothing to keep it. Murdering a bank guard is only the beginning. Right now, they're accused of murder. If you're involved in it, you're an accessory to murder, and your only chance of getting less than hung is to play ball on the right team.
But I tell you, I don't know anything.
I heard you the first time. Just the same, when I leave here, I advise you to get in touch with someone.
Who?
Whomever you're shielding. Tell them that no amount of money or fame or love or whatever it is you're doing it for is worth putting your neck in a noose. It's a nice neck, Professor. But that murdered bank guard had 4 kids. They liked his pretty well, too.
Read for me, slave.
All right. Cinema Insomnia will be right
Wrong.
back. Sorry. I mean, the horror house of Lady Skankenstein will be right back.
Features, this place of hidden picture.
Can I help you, sir?
Oh, yeah, I'm looking for a good mystery on something off the beaten track, like the Maltese Falcon.
Oh, that was a fascinating story. But here's one that has everything the Falcon had and more. It's Raymond Chandler's latest bestseller, The Big Sleep. And what a picture that'll make.
You mind if I look at it? Sometimes I wonder what strange fate brought me out of the storm to that house that stood alone in the shadows. As I probed into its mysteries, every clue told me a different story. But each had the same ending: murder. Every instinct warned me to beware that something more dangerous, more deadly than I'd ever known before was in that room. And suddenly,
like that. I'd like more. That's even better.
Dick Tracy, Wethead. Dick Tracy, the Dry Look. Clark Kent, Wethead. Clark Kent, the Dry Look. Shazam, Wethead. Shazam, the Dry Look.
The Dry Look makes a good guy look even better. And only Gillette has the adjustable valve to spray as light and dry as you like. So come on, hero. Get rid of that wet look. Get the Dry Look from Gillette. Aerosol, and now a liquid too.
Me am getting good idea. If men watch show for Lady Skankenstein boobies...
You know, they're really not that impressive upon closer examination.
Shut up! Apologize!
All right. I'm sorry, Lady Skankenstein.
Not to me, to boobies!
Oh, no, hell no.
Oh, they're boobies. He didn't mean it. Now, if men watch show for Lady Skankenstein boobies, maybe women will watch show for Mr. Lobo boobies.
All right, now that's just wrong. Look, Mr. Lobo is not a sex object. I am a horror movie host, and I would mind it very much if you were to think of me as sort of maybe a generous uncle who's smooth from the waist down like a Ken doll.
Me will need to put sexy clothes on Lobo for idea to work. Me will go to shop and buy nipple clumps and rubber pants for Lobo. Don't try to get away. Your chair is booby-trapped.
Mr. Lobo has definitely got to find a way to get the hell out of here. Now, there's got to be like a way that I can release myself from this chair without activating that ridiculous booby trap, as she calls it. Miss Mittens, if you're out there, please help.
Hello, Lee. I can't stand it. You've got to take me away.
I tell you, there's nothing to worry about, dearest. You'll feel better after you've had some sleep.
I can't, Lee. I'm going to tell them the truth.
You can't do that. Not yet, dearest. It's risky, but perhaps we'd better leave town tonight.
But I thought you said you couldn't.
Perhaps I can find a way, but you must meet me at once and talk this out. Very well, Irma. If we don't figure a way out, I'll go to the police with you. But we must talk first, Irma. I'm not in this alone. Meet me at 6th Park in 10 minutes. Walk there and be sure you're not followed. Goodbye.
You can't meet her, of course.
What are you doing here? I told you.
I'm telling you. You can't meet her. The cops saw you in the bank. This is a frame-up between the girl and the police.
Oh, nonsense.
She's frightened and so are you. Listen, I'll meet her.
You're known to the police, too.
I've handled them before. Give me the keys to your car.
All right, but don't bring her here.
No, sure not. Say, you spoke of a cottage on Brand Lake?
Yes, that's it. Take her there. Route 76, Cottage 14. Just off the road. Tell her I'll be up later tonight.
You'll convince her she mustn't go to the police?
Oh, yes, I must do that.
You're right. We must.
Gruesome.
Yeah?
Take care of her. She's all I have.
Sure. I understand. Better get rid of that car quickly.
Why, what's wrong with it? Where is she?
Picked up some bullet holes on the way. She is dead. I told you to get rid of that car.
You killed her. You killed her.
What do you suppose I do? She was leading Tracy directly to you.
No, she wouldn't.
I say she was, but right now we've got to get rid of the evidence here. All of it, you understand. Now go start that fire.
Must there be more killings?
If we have to. We've got to get Melody out of that hospital tonight and then clear out of here.
I've been to the hospital. He's in a coma. The doctor wouldn't even let him be seen. He'll be dead by morning.
You're certain of that?
Certain as I can be.
Good. And we're in the clear.
You don't care about anyone, do you?
Listen, if you want to stay alive, you'll do as I say. Now start that fire. I'll be inside.
You expect me to use that fire?
Call me when it's ready. What would you do without me?
I'd even find Dan and romance him if you thought it would give you a little more time.
Thanks, but he's already married to a typewriter. There's one consolation, though. Those crooks are just as worried as I am. Their killing that girl was an act of cold-blooded desperation.
Do you think Dr. Tomic had her shot?
That's anybody's guess. You trace the license number.
Sure, or stolen plates. But if you put 2 bullets into the back end of that car, we'll pick it up in no time.
Time is something I'm fresh out of.
If Dr. Carver could only fix up those other 2 crooks so they could talk.
Said he'd call me in 10 minutes.
It's been 15.
This is Tracy. What about that smashed-up piano player?
Just died.
What? When?
About 10 minutes ago.
Thanks.
Oh, no.
We could have sweated it out of that guy. But he had to go die on us, too.
Well, dead men tell no tales.
What did you say?
I said dead men tell no
But sometimes they do, Tess. Sometimes they do. Where are you going? See the chief. Get an okay on an idea that'll make Dan and his papers think I'm a prime heel.
Here he comes. Now's the time.
Isn't there some other way to...
No, not unless you want to end up joining Tomic.
Where's the good doctor?
Why, in there.
Did you call the hospital?
Yes, no change.
Good. I'll stay here till we know if he's alive or dead.
It's dangerous to hide you here.
Dangerous for whom?
All of us. Police will try to trace the driver of my car.
I'll stay here.
Very well. There's a small bedroom in there. You may use it. And there's whiskey in my desk.
True hospitality. Oh, Doctor, why did you close that window?
The smoke from the incinerator.
I see. Won't you join me in a drink?
I never indulge.
Doctor.
Yes?
Come on in and join me, won't you?
No, thank you.
Come on in, both of you.
Drainage ditches, parking lots, drive-thrus, abandoned swimming pools. These are public places you have the right to grind on them whenever you please. Has the man been hassling you, keeping you and your board from catching wicked air? I can help you. I'm Rad Abrams, skateboard attorney.
Dude, I was tweaking. It was like totally my fault.
Even if you were tweaking, then it was like totally your fault. I can help you.
Dude, I hella effed up this guy's yard, and I'm pissed. But I don't know why.
Even if you're messed up inside, you're misplacing anger that should be directed at your parents. I can help you.
Dude, I am super broke. I can barely even afford smokes. How do you expect me to get a lawyer?
I know how it is. No money, no problem. There's no fee until we win. You can even bum a smoke. Let Rad Abrams hook you up.
Don't delay. Call Rad Abrams and Associates today. Look for our ad in Thrasher magazine.
Later days, dudes.
You're trapped. You're trapped. You've got to go.
Dick Tracy calling Joe-Jitsu.
Joe-Jitsu here. Go ahead, please.
Investigate raiding of offshore oyster beds. Apprehend oyster thieves, Pruneface and Itchy. 6-2 and even. Over and out.
Joe-Jitsu are getting picture. While all is quiet on topside oyster bed, dirty work are going on at bottom side. To get to bottom of crime, must go to bottom of ocean. Sayonara! Halt! In the name of the law! Out, please!
Listen, Doctor. The smoke is blowing away from that window. Now, what are you trying to pull?
All right. All right, Gruesome. Hold everything. X-ray, get rid of that bomb!
Don't move, X-ray.
Don't shoot me, Gruesome, please.
Newsflash. Dangerous bank robbers expected to be rounded up within 12 hours. Homicide's famous Dick Tracy has just revealed that one of the robbers of the Grove Street branch of the First National Bank has been captured after suffering severe injuries in a wild chase by the police.
He's alive.
5 minutes ago, Tracy reported that the injured bandit will be able to talk by morning. He added, and I quote, "When this man talks, we will round up the most dangerous gang of criminals in this city's history." We now return you to the piano.
That announcement saved your life, X-ray.
What?
I need you. We got to get Melody out of that hospital.
But that's a police hospital. Why not leave him there?
Yeah? To talk and spoil a perfect setup? No, we got to risk it.
What about him?
What about him? He's dead and Melody isn't worse luck. Go on. Got a Corporal Duggan in 312. We came to pick him up.
Wait a minute. What's the name of that surgeon again?
Major Allen, 291st General.
He's new to me. So are you fellows?
Just been transferred from out west.
Oh, well, go on up. Do you know how to work it?
Like the fingers on my hand.
That's the gorilla, all right. They came in an army ambulance. Give me the phone, Pop. This is it. They're on their way up. Roger. Don't stop them coming down either, Pop.
You wait here. If anybody questions you, remember where you're from.
291st General.
Right.
I'm sorry, no one allowed in there.
I have orders to take his temperature every 4 hours.
Yeah?
That's right.
Well, in that case, I'll go in with you.
How are you, Melody?
Why do we bother getting birds like him well just so we can kill them?
Odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lost?
Me? Hardly. Just waiting for them to, just waiting.
Oh.
Hey.
What's the matter?
This man is running a dangerously high temperature. You better send for the doctor.
Not me, buddy. My orders are to stay right here.
In that case, I'll do it myself.
A good idea. What happened?
It's in the wastebasket, Tim.
You want me to throw it out?
No, leave it there.
I know, but if this stuff makes people freeze the way you say it does, I won't be of any help to you.
That's right.
I know, but you're unarmed. I don't like this. Hey, this stuff has started to smoke.
It should.
Mr. Tracy, I'm beginning to feel funny.
So am I, Tim. So am I.
Should be clear now.
Yes, I understand. Mr. Patton told me to let him go. Huh? You're right. Here they come. Oh, sure. Patton saw the ambulance. Right, sir. Bye. Oh, I see you got your man.
Thanks, we did.
Booby-trapped, huh? How would Dick Tracy get out of a sticky one like this? I think he would analyze the situation. Well, let's see. If I pull those ropes, it goes through that pulley over there. It's going to tip that bucket into that drain pipe. That's going to fill that tiny bathtub, which is going to make the midget diver jump in. And then that bumps the bowling ball, which goes down the stairs into those pins over there, which starts the domino rally and frightens that chicken, which is eating nothing but freeze gas pellet burritos. One flatulent emission from such a chicken could turn everything in this room into a statue. Pretty ingenious booby trap for a gal who can't pronounce ingenious. We'll be right back. Mr. Lobo's not going anywhere.
My name's Snubby Gun. This is my beat. My game, I'm a private eye. Call me anytime. After school, that is. When I play Private Eye, I come fully equipped with Mattel Snub Nose 38, Snap-Draw shoulder holster, and the fastest wheels in town. When you play Private Eye, you have to be fast. Fast on your feet, and fast on the draw. Ready for action on a moment's notice. Practice target shooting whenever you can. Load up with Greenie Stickum caps and Mattel shooting shells. If you want to play Private Eye, get this Mattel gun and holster set. It comes complete with wallet, badge, and ID card. Get extra Greenie Stickum caps, too. You can tell it's Mattel. It's swell.
Hey, give that back. Mouse trouble? Then you need Mousetrap. Mousetrap, I guarantee it's the craziest trap you'll ever see. The first to capture everyone else's mouse is the winner. Just turn the crank and snap the plank and boot the marble right down the chute. Now watch it roll and hit the pole and knock the ball in the rubber-duck tub, which tips the man into the pan. The trap is set. Here comes the net. Ouch! Mousetrap, I guarantee it's the craziest trap you'll ever see. I win! I knew you were a winner. Mousetrap from Milton Bradley.
Miss Mittens! Miss Mittens, you're here! I'm so glad to see you. Lady Skankenstein will be coming back soon, and she'll be bringing horrible clothes for Mr. Lobo to wear. It's a long story. Look, just loosen my ropes. Booby trap, schmooby trap. Haven't you ever read any Dick Tracy comic strips? No? Okay, well, by the time this rope pulls and activates this crazy Rube Goldberg chain reaction that's going to release the freeze gas and paralyzes, we're going to be long gone. We'll be back on the Cinema Insomnia set, tossing to the conclusion of tonight's film, Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome. Now go ahead and loosen those ropes, Miss Mittens. Oh, there goes the bucket. Filling the drain pipe, going into the little bathtub there. Ooh, that naked guy is really looking like he wants to jump into that bathtub. So you better go ahead and loosen my arms and legs as well and get out of here. Miss Mittens? Miss Mittens! Miss Mittens! Where are you going? Uh-oh. Bowling ball. Domino Rally.
Say, who do you guys think you are parking here? Can't you read?
Sorry, we didn't see the sign.
Didn't see the sign. What kind of an excuse is that? Who are you guys? Where are you from?
291st General Hospital.
What?
291st. Will you please step aside?
General, huh? That was my old outfit, and they sold these 41 crates a month ago. Where'd you pick it up?
Look here, this man is dying.
Yeah, and I got a rush call. So what? You know what I think? I think you guys are a couple of cadaver snatchers. I'm going to take a look at this stuff.
No, wait. The other one.
But this is ours.
That one won't be spotted so quickly. Put him in that one.
I hope nothing went wrong. What? Good. Tim would never leave Dick. Hey, here comes an ambulance out. Shall I flash the rest of the boys?
No, they're driving an army crate. That one belongs to the city hospital.
That was a clever piece of work, Gruesome.
It almost misfired. Fall told you that corporal's name was Joseph Duggan. It was really John. How is he?
He's still under the effects of the gas.
Start up the fire.
That melody, too.
Start up the fire.
the guy who stole this crate.
Yeah, and mine. Yeah? You mean a big mug and a little guy with glasses?
Yeah, with a patient on a litter.
Well, I'll be a... That gorilla outsmarted me again. They pulled the switch. We've got to follow that white ambulance.
How do you know where it went?
Huh? That's right. Sparks, this is Patton. Put all cars on the lookout for a White City Hospital ambulance. Get that? Yeah. It's carrying 2 killers and Tracy unarmed.
Tracy. I'm not going to come in after you. I don't have to. Remember the bank? You got about 60 seconds left. There's no other exit, Tracy. This is the end of the line.
baby that caused all the trouble, huh?
Yes, that's the last of those devilish gas bombs, Pat. As soon as Dan has had a look at it, we'll file it in the archives of lethal weapons.
I want to see you, Tracy.
Well, take a good look, Dan.
What's the idea of selling me out to those radio vultures? You made me a promise.
Promise? Who is this fellow, Pat? Don't know. I never saw him before.
You promised me an exclusive story.
Story? What story, sir?
It could mean the story of the capture of a gang of bank robbers, Dick.
Capture? When? Where? It's all here and it's all true.
Give me that.
Okay, Dick? In about 25 seconds, Pat.
Sorry, can't wait.
Maybe I ought to tell you about it, Dan.
Some other time.
Aren't you going to read it?
Gotta make that deadline. This is the biggest story I ever had anything to do.